sasa Man United wanacheza na Sheffield. Team zingine bado ziko on top of us. What do you think of that game? Do you think itakuwa ile Spurs draw ama?
No, I think United will win because you see what happened was if you watched the United Spurs game, they were very flat up until Pogba came on.
Yes.
And there's someone I told that United's best combination is a midfield three of Bruno, Matic, and Pogba. Because now with Bruno and Pogba on the pitch, the opposition will crack at some point. Because their movement is good, they handle the ball well, they get into those goal-scoring positions. And as you saw, Pogba won the penalty that was converted by Bruno. So it will all come down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics. If he starts all three, if he starts both Bruno, Pogba, alongside a holding midfielder, maybe Scott McTominay or Matic, they'll win comfortably. If they start only one of them, they'll give Sheffield a chance. And Sheffield are a very notoriously frugal team. They give very little away. So for that game, United will win.
They'll win.
Yeah, they'll win. If they start that trio.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they start both Bruno and Pogba alongside a defensive midfielder, they'll win.
Yeah. All right. Vin, the last time you faced Sheffield was a fantastic game, was it? 3-3. You guys coming from, I think, it
was heartbreaking. It took 2-0 down.
Oh, yeah. 2-0 down, going to 3-2 up.
Then 92nd minute, wakafunga equalizer. Man.
I was thrilled like crazy. I was going nuts. And I was so excited. Mulikulwa draw. But that was away. Now you're hosting them at home, yeah? And you have this Bruno effect and, whatever it is. What do you think will be the outcome of that game? How do you think that game will turn out?
Coming. Okay, the thing is with Sheffield, the biggest thing about Sheffield, and that's just what Epstars talked about. Sheffield will always play at a defensive game. They'll play defensively and then seek to counter-attack, not just attack, a counter-attack.
Yeah.
So if we can build a team that is going to unlock this team in a way that we can always put them under pressure, because if you look at how they set up, they set themselves up in a way that they will sit, wait for the other team to attack them, and then hope to break down the wings.
Yeah.
So if we can set up in a way that, like Webster is saying, bring in attacking players. Pogba and Bruno are enough attacking players. They have enough firepower. Then we have a sitting defender, a sitting midfielder who is going to contain any breaks, so that our midfielders have freedom to express themselves. A McTominay or a Matic. I think I may go with Matic. Matic is more solid, but he's slower. But the good thing about Matic in this game is that Sheffield do not have very mobile players in that attacking position. They don't have the CAM position. They don't have very mobile players. So Matic could benefit from there. But that's up to them. So if we fielded those two players and then do not play with James. Do not play with James. No, we do not start with James. This is Sheffield.
Yeah.
The reason if he plays James is, if you looked at how Tottenham set up, James had no idea, because they press high, they just sat back, created a very little space, so there's nothing James could do. So you start with someone, either you can even play with Mata. Necessarily, you don't have to start with Greenwood. You can start with Mata, who is also very good. He may not be the fastest, but he's very creative. So you can imagine a Mata, Bruno, Pogba kind of formation gives us a very, very dynamic midfield play. That leaves Rashford and Martial a lot of space, and those to get into those pockets of space, which can be picked out by Bruno, which can be picked out by Mata, which can be picked out by Pogba at whatever time. So if we fielded that starting formation, especially Bruno alongside Pogba, then we will beat Sheffield.
Pogba,
CM, the two CM, CAM, and a CDM.
Oh.
Matic, a CDM
Oh,
or
Matic.
McTominay.
Okay.
Yeah, Matic or McTominay. It depends with how he goes with, but I'd go with Matic.
All right. Webbie, game week 31 iko na game moja bigi sana in the offing, man. Sure unajua ni
Chelsea
gani?
City. Chelsea City.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I think City will win it because, Guardiola's teams, even though they lose the title, they always fight to the end. They always keep that intensity to the end. And they know they want to keep Liverpool waiting. So they'll want to keep Liverpool waiting. And once they do that, from what I saw against Aston Villa, I don't think Chelsea will be able to keep City out for long. Because you see, if they start the way they started against Villa, City will punish them. So the fact that City want to keep Liverpool waiting, because Liverpool need 5 points to wrap up the title. And had Chelsea failed to win yesterday, and Liverpool win their game this midweek, they were going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So they will keep Liverpool waiting for as long as they can. So I think they will. They'll beat Chelsea, but Chelsea will show up. So 2-1 City. Yeah.
All right. Vin, what do you think about that game? Chelsea City. I mean, Chelsea, when you kucheza against Aston Villa, they did well to come back, even though after that, walikuwa all that. Walikuwa na brilliant moment hapo wenye walikuwa just good and they scored 2 goals. Against now City wenye wamehit Burnley for 5 jana. Walipiga Arsenal 3-0 juzi. I mean last week on Wednesday. Unaona kama Chelsea wako na any chance hapo?
Watching Chelsea play against Aston Villa, one thing I say, as much as Chelsea did play a good some good football, Aston Villa also showed themselves in the foot. If you looked at Aston Villa, the way they played when they were 1-0 up, and how they played when they went 2-1, they went down 2-1. It's totally different. When they were 1-0 up, they sat back and they just closed themselves down and opened themselves up to, with a team that has Aspilicueta and Alonso, you don't really close down. You have to close down the flanks, but they just let them freedom on the flanks. Aspilicueta was taking crosses. Yeah, he was just taking crosses at will. Like I was telling you, Aspilicueta kwa anapata ball, anatulia, anapiga simu home, anachapa cross. Yani he had all the time. So despite the fact that yes, Chelsea played a good game against Aston Villa, Aston Villa also showed themselves in the foot. That is not something you're going to expect City to do.
Yes.
City's fullbacks, that is Walker and Mendy, will keep Alonso, if they start with Alonso and Aspilicueta, very much on their toes.
Yeah.
There is Sterling. They might start with Sterling. I think Sterling didn't play yesterday, so probably that he is going to start. So you don't expect them to attack through the flanks, because that's where I think the most of their play came through. If you looked even at the goals, they came through the flanks.
Yeah.
Because you see, there was even a time whereby Willian was crossing the ball and Aspilicueta is in the box. So that is how they were able to break them down. But against City, they will have to come up with another tactic to actually get anything from the game. I don't see them getting anything.
Yeah.
They maybe they may get a goal, but when City get going, it's hard to stop them. And if they get 2 goals early or 3 goals early, then it can get very ugly, like it did against Burnley. Burnley is one of the best defensive teams you have in the league. Look at what happened to them yesterday.
Yeah.
So, so when City starts scoring, then it can get ugly very fast. It can get really ugly very fast. So
very fast.
I don't see Chelsea getting anything. Chelsea the only benefit is if Chelsea score fast. That's the only way they can actually get something, a goal from the game. Yeah. But if they do not score early, it might be ugly. It could be ugly.
All right, guys. Let's look at these other games there's in a Cheswa. It just hit me. FPL deadline ni saa moja.
Umechange team.
Z man, ndio nitahave kufanya in a very short time. So let's make some predictions for hizi games zingine. Leo saa 2 ndio maana inafanya ni deadline ya nini kwa saa 1. Norwich versus Everton. Quick prediction. Webbie, what do you think?
Norwich versus Everton. That's an Everton win.
Everton win, yeah?
Yeah.
Scoreline? Scoreline?
3-0.
3-0 Everton.
Yeah.
Win. Norwich, Everton.
Yep. Everton are going to get walloped. Sorry,
Everton.
not Everton. Norwich are going to get walloped. Norwich are washaanza ku prepare for nini? Prepare for championship. So they're going to get beaten. And looking at how Everton played against Liverpool, I'll say 3-0, 4-0.
3-0, 4-0 for Everton. Wolves, Bournemouth. Win.
Yeah, Wolves, Bournemouth. It's a tricky match. But I also don't think Bournemouth, the biggest problem with Bournemouth is the defense. Najua wana face relegation, lakini hawajaonyesha pia kama wanataka kukaa kwa hii ligi, ni kama wamechoka.
Yeah.
Then Wolves are on another. Wolves are just looking. They're just looking good. Yani hata they're looking scary good. If you watch the game they played, Jimenez is going to prove a point. He just broke a record, by the way. If you have looked at the he's now the highest scoring Mexican in
Premier League.
In the Premier League. Yeah, he's broken Chicharito's record. He broke Chicharito's record. So he's going to prove a point. Again, I think he's also the highest scoring player in all games, I think, in Europe. Wakiwa wameshikania na Aguero, something of the sort. In the last, I think, this calendar year, kama sijakosea. There's a record of that. So Jimenez is going to come through. So hapo naona Wolves 3, Bournemouth 1.
Webbie.
Yes.
Wolves versus Bournemouth. Call and prediction.
Wolves versus Bournemouth. That's a comfortable win for Wolves. You know they are at home.
Yes.
And Wolves are very good at home. They are a good football team overall.
Yes.
Bournemouth are having a very bad spell at the moment. They don't look like they are playing their best football. So I'll go for a comfortable Wolves win. 3-0.
3-0 Wolves win.
Yeah, 3-0.
All right. Vinny, Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle wametoka kupiga Sheffield juzi weirdly 3-0, of course, red card. Versus Aston Villa now. What do you think?
Sasa this is the 6 pointers, one of the 6 pointers. It's a game that could go either way. Newcastle are really they want to stay up.
Newcastle are team. Yeah.
They want to stay up. I don't think they are safe mathematically. Hawako safe.
No, but
Aston Villa
almost there.
Aston Villa pia wanataka kubaki. So I'm thinking it's going to be a very tactical team. They're going to, each team is going to come in knowing that a win can probably boost the rest of their campaign.
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo naona, okay, I think Aston Villa needs it more than Newcastle.
Yeah.
And the result against Chelsea does not reflect how they played, especially in the last few minutes, the last 20 minutes or so. I'm going to go with a narrow win for Newcastle.
A narrow win for Newcastle.
Yeah, 2-1 or a 1-0.
Webbie, what do you think of this game? Newcastle Villa.
Newcastle Aston Villa. I actually, you see, Villa were hard done by. They played very well against Chelsea. And Villa have quality going forward. Newcastle are a pragmatic side. It's just that Sheffield United were down to 10 men. That's why they look so comfortable. 11v11, I don't think it would have been as comfortable for Newcastle, who don't have goals in them. Remember that. That has been their problem the whole season. We don't score many goals. For me, I'm going for a 2-1 Aston Villa win.
2-1 Aston Villa win.
Yes.
itakuwa na mare hiyo. All right. Then United Sheffield.
Sheffield United, Man United. Now that's going to be a tight game. Sheffield, of course, will make it a contest.
Yeah.
But like I said, if United play with Pogba, Matic, and Bruno Fernandes, they will win that game. And I think Solskjaer will have seen the impact Pogba had when he came on. So he will start him. And I think they will win 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 the scoreline does not reflect dominance, but I think it will be one of those 2-1 dominating 2-1 performances.
All right. What do you think will be the scoreline here?
I'm going to go with a 2-0. But okay, I'm just being very optimistic. We have had some previous errors in defense in the last few games. If you look at the history of we have gone on 12 unbeaten games, an unbeaten run of 12 games. We have
right
considered,
now.
I think, yeah, since Bruno, yeah. Right now we are on a 12-match unbeaten run, all competitions.
Okay.
And if you look at we have considered, I think, 3 goals or 4 goals, I'm not sure. And of those 3 goals, if I'm not wrong, of those 2 goals are from errors, defensive errors. The Everton, you remember the Everton one?
Yes.
And this one. So I can say, I want to say 2-0, but our defense has an error in it. It's just, there's always that aspect that you cannot be so sure. So I'm going to go with a 3-1. I wanted to go with a 2-0, but I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
So I'll go with a 3-1 Man United win, but only if we start with a tactically sound team.
Okay. Webbie, Liverpool wanamaliza game week ya kesho versus Crystal Palace. Anything less than a win there? Ama itakuwa draw nyingine kama juzi jana.
Unajua, at this point in time, the title chasing teams reach out and grab the trophy. And I expect Liverpool now to start reaching out to grab it. So I think they will they'll beat Palace. And my scoreline is another 3-0. I think it will be very comfortable for Liverpool. Palace are known to be very well organized defensively on their day. But I don't think Liverpool will give them much joy. So 3-0.
3-0 win. Do you think itakuwa rahisi hivyo ya Liverpool ama Crystal Palace watakaza ama Liverpool wanadai hizo 3 points wafunge hii biashara ya 1920 tuendelee?
Liverpool will this was one of the matches that they expected to win. Hata ile wakati walikuwa tunatoka from this long break. So this is a match they are coming. Salah is coming back. So I am expecting Crystal Palace on their day they can defend, but they are going to Anfield.
They're going to Anfield.
Right? They're going to Anfield. Anfield, I don't think there's been a lot of change given there. So Crystal Palace hapo wajitaishie tu kichapo. Bao 3 bao 4.
Bao 3 bao 4.
Zero. Hakuna kitu hapo. They don't getting anything.
All right. Then I think game ya mwisho ya game week 31, Burnley versus Watford. What do you think itaendaje hii Webbie?
That will be a physical battle.
Indeed.
And yes, and that tough more Burnley. When you go there, you better go there with a pair of boxing gloves and a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Well, those guys will beat you to the ground. So for me, I'm going for a 1-0 Burnley win.
1-0 Burnley win.
Yes, it will be one of those physical games.
Okay.
And Burnley will win because they relish a physical battle. And after what happened at City, remember they are 1 point away from safety. It's not that they were in any threat in the first place, but they'll always want to get that that magical 40-point mark. Because when you get 40 points, you stop worrying about relegation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vin, what do you think will be the scoreline here? Hii game, hakuna game ngumu kupredict kai. Okay.
You're the hardest by the way to predict.
Yeah, unaweza pata Burnley wako home, so maybe wanaweza win, but still Watford pia walikimbiza Leicester.
Walicheza, they played well against Leicester.
Yeah, so what do you think?
And that comeback, they actually scoring that goal at that time is a boost for them, considering penye walikuwa. So inaweza kumewapea boost. So there is an aspect of they have momentum on their side, considering they were losing. They actually had just 2 minutes of the game to draw the game. So momentum is on their side. But Burnley at home, and they are smarting from that beating by City. They'll be asking for a response. Na hakuna team inapendanga kupeana response kama Burnley. So it's not going to be like Webster is saying, it's not going to be a very colorful game. It's not a game that you're going to go and talk about wanting to watch. Lakini itakuwa nile, it's a typical Premier League game. So expect a very hard 4-2-1 in favor of Burnley.
In favor of Burnley.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's all there is to digest right now. So, tumeangalia game week 30 and 31. So, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Very welcome.
Right.
Yeah. Have yourself a good evening.
All right, you too.
All right.
So, Nyash.
Yes.